Presser, 23rd. I'm going to start out with, yesterday I was in Silicon Valley meeting with CEOs, the top CEOs in the Silicon Valley, and it was by invitation of the Big Ten mayors, hosted by the mayor of San Jose, Charles Reed, and the main topics were how do you rebuild California in terms of the economy. Secondly, how do we make this state more friendly in terms of business? And then thirdly, how do we create more jobs? So it was very interesting because these CEOs in the Silicon Valley were very frustrated with doing business in the state of California and are really looking at the Big Ten mayors to put pressure on the legislative body so that we can be competitive. So again, thinking about Sacramento, first of all, they got a lot of very significant venture capital firms there, very significant companies, and we do not have as many as we would like to have here in Sacramento. But my takeaway was this, that if we can create a climate here which makes great sense in Sacramento, there might be an opportunity to attract some of those businesses and CEOs to the city of Sacramento. But we were united as Big Ten mayors to really lobby on their behalf, because what's good for the state in terms of business will certainly be good for the local jurisdictions. Number two, in council meeting tonight, two topics, or at least items that may make sense for you folks, is part of the reform package is the independent budget analyst. That's before council tonight. And then secondly, we're gonna have a closed session. I called a closed session last week. I'm an executive closed session to talk about an interim city manager. Let me just reiterate, which I said last week, is it was not good that we lost Ray Kerridge. He was a very good city manager for our city and has done great things while he's been here. When times were good, he did a great job, and he did a good job through a crisis, especially through the budget challenges overall. So losing Ray, I think is a blow to the city and certainly a setback. In closed session tonight, we'll be talking about kind of options in terms of the interim. Is that interim internal? Is that interim external? And really hearing from council member colleagues on what they'd like to see in length of time. All those things would be considered tonight, and then we'll be able to report out accordingly with the timeline, whether that interim starts as soon as within a week or if it takes a couple weeks. Ray is still on board through March 12th and is still the city manager until that time expires. Third item for me, the state of the city is this Thursday. Looking forward to it. The way I'm going to frame the state of the city is really where we were, where we are, and where we're going. And in terms of looking back, a year ago, talking about some of the accomplishments and a lot of things that we've done together, even despite a very challenging economy, we were able to do a lot of significant things a year ago. Current state, just talking about the economy, unemployment, foreclosures, our budget, the state budget, all those challenges in terms of where we currently are, and then ending with really where we go from here. And the message there and where we go from here will be the economy and job creation. Those are going to be very important in terms of what we do, in terms of how we create more jobs and how we do economic development and how we figure out ways to grow revenue. I don't ever want us to sit on our hands. Certainly we have to weather a storm. That storm is still here, but we want to be in a position where we are figuring out ways to make the pie bigger and grow the economy. So I will be talking a little bit about the entertainment and sports complex as well, and a few other nuggets that we'll have on tomorrow. So you guys will have to, on Thursday, so you guys will have to go. That's at the Hyatt at 11:30 if you're interested. And then lastly, I think